First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. We're making a copy of this video. We have to make a copy of this video because this video is definitely going to go missing. If there aren't more like it, we got to do some research on this, more research on this fellow. Anyway, there's a fellow, a YouTuber by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. That's his full name. He sells a screen paint mix called CROW1176 screen paint mixes. Let me clear, it's a CROW1176 screen paint mixes. And this guy's been scamming people for years. I mean, many, many, many years. He's been basically trying to overhype his paint to make it seem like his products can do all these amazing things. But keep in mind, outside of his environment, these screens do not work. Now, as I told you before, we have been making these great products for many years back. I know the limitations that they have, and what he's claiming in his demonstration is completely false and definitely a lie. We're looking into the aftermath. What happens when customers paint this screen in for the demonstration. Of course, they got the room darkened. There's certain things I'm pretty sure they're being told what to do, and the results come out looking okay. But what does the environment look like after the cameras are off? How does the screen react in real ambient light projections, actually real ambient light environments without being controlled? Well, this is a fellow who popped up on one of the feeds. And basically, he didn't give this information to us, he just popped up. And he basically showed a video demonstration of him painting in a 200-inch screen using Crow's personal mix. So we wanted to check out a couple of his demonstrations to see what the aftermath was. You know, was the screen operating in a fully lit environment? Was it functioning correctly? Did he have to calibrate? Stuff like that. Because like I said, those first videos are pretty much pumped up to look like something that they're not. So this is the reaction we got. This is extremely bad. This screen completely washed out. I said this before many times that when these gray screen paint products, one of the biggest problems that they have is being able to maintain in fully lit environments. And this is something that's pretty much what you could call padded when it comes to the demonstrations, because they will stick to high-end 4K projectors, possibly as much as possible ultra short throws, because the distance throw won't be there, less screen deterioration. They will stick to very dark environments, saying that, you know, we have to be in a controlled environment, calibrate the projector, things like that to help their products work a little better. But as I said before, the reason why you have to do testing, why you have to do these demonstrations in fully lit environments, because that means the customer is going to be subjected to be stuck in that environment with that screen paint, because again, it was never tested to go beyond those boundaries. So let's show you right here. This customer is using an Optima UHD 52ALV. I looked at projector. It's a pretty good projector. Is it the customer's fault? No, it's not his fault at all, pretty much at all. He just painted the screen and thinking it was going to give him an amazing image, and it washed out. Let's show you some of the interesting parts of this video. All right, so we're going to blow this up real quick. Let's go over to the beginning. As you can see, the video starts off with him watching soccer in the dark, which you have to be with these screen paints, because again, they're not tested, they don't work, and house paint will literally do the exact same thing. Now, if you notice, if you look over here in the corner, you'll see there's a lot of light. It's got to be like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a lot of light out there near the window. So he has to block this window, because if light hits the screen, it's going to wash the screen out. All right. So I told you, the bigger the screen, the more light it has to absorb. So this is what he's fooling his customers of what they think they're going to be able to do, but they're going to be stuck in a dark environment. And the reason why, and this is why I call padding the videos, using high-end projectors, using dark environments, and then showing a little bit of light in the environment. Look, the screen can take on ambient light. It's ambient light projection. We get the same technology, but yet on your website you have a disclaimer saying it's not. See, that's where you're misleading the customer. Either it is or it isn't. If I go into my room over there, I got 150 inch at 21 feet back, and I say my technology is ambient light projection, that screen has to pull in a fully lit environment, even with contrast, even with color, even with comparisons, it has to pull. This is why you see a lot of demonstrations in the dark. Oh, I left the mic open. I definitely left the mic open for this one, because I want people to watch this video, and I want them to look at the comments. I want them to see the reaction to people who make these products, how they're commenting, how they're coming back, how they're talking about this. Their products. Now here we go. See how he opened up the window? I'm gonna show you real quick. Now look at the grass. Do you see how fast the grass faded? Let's go back to where the lights are out. Look at the color of the grass, right? It's green. Nice and green, right? Now watch what happens the minute he turns a window open. What happened to that beautiful, vivid green? Where did it go? There you go. This is what his customers are going through. Now, the reason why his customers are not talking and owning up, because who would? Who's going to sit there and own up and say, hey, look, I bought a screen paint where I watched the person who made it on camera match a house paint. You think anybody's going to back that at the end of the day? No, because they look like an idiot if they do. They're not backing that at the end of the day. Yeah, I bought the paint from the website, and the website has stolen Google images. Well, gee whiz, that basically at the end of the day deteriorates their intelligence level. You mean at the end of the day, you didn't read through that crazy specification circus ride and you still slid a credit card through that website? Yeah, they're not coming up on that. That's why if you go to a site, you will notice that some of the videos for customer reviews are marked private because the customers requested for the videos to be pulled. This guy has been doing these scans for years. Now, it gets worse than this. It's going to get much worse than this. Now, see how the curtains he has here? See how he's blocking the light here? If he opens up this curtain fully, this screen is gone. It is completely gone. It's already coming apart right now, as you can see by this little bit of light. He cannot open these curtains. Okay, let's see what happens. And the image is starting to fade. Look at the background. Remember I told you about that smoky, ashy look to it? That's how we know when screens are washing out on camera. Now here you go. He's gonna pull that curtain back. That is absolutely awful. That's awful. Now to him, why would he post a video like that? Would it look like that? Because, like I said, this is the normal for people. This is what people believe that projection screens have to look like. The image doesn't have to be great. As long as you can see something on it, it's basically passable. Can you imagine spending money for that projector he just paid for in this demonstration? The time it took for him to paint this screen in. Keep in mind he has got a nice speaker system set up, very beautiful speaker system set up. Got a nice rug, little nice area in there. Got the LED lights put in. I watched him do the installment. Very nice work. He went through that to do all this work to get this nice screen. And if he opens up this curtain, the screen automatically washes out that badly. What did he get out of his projector? It's a very good projector. What did he get? It's an Optima UHD 52ALV. We're going to look that up on Projector Central and see what kind of power he has on that machine. Literally cheated his investment using Crow's products. Crow, we're going to take pictures of this. We're going to post this on your personal. We have a site strictly in that area for your personal mix. And because the personal mix, basically we have now customers' aftermath of the screen washing out horribly. Not only that, it's not doing anything it does in your video. These are all your customers. Every last one of your customers have the exact same reaction. Every single one of them. Why do I know this, Jamie? I used to make your products. I know the potential that that product has. What you're claiming in your videos is not true. There is no way in the world that screen should look like that. Let's see. Let's get a look at his projector and see what his specifications on his machine. That was 3 years ago. So let me see. Oh, that's awful. I was sitting there and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, what's the aftermath? What happens? You know, my customers take my screens outside, inside. They're all well-lit environments. There's no washout looking like this. If I had a screen that looked like this, there's no way in the world I would display this on camera. But he doesn't know. At the end of the day, he really doesn't know. It's not his fault. It's the person who sold him the paint. It's their fault. That's a scammer. Let me see. Probably told him a bunch of lies. They was going to do all this in a fully lit environment and didn't do anything at all, period. So that's an Optima. I wonder how many of them this thing is having. Optima UHD. Now, I understand Jamie's going to come in the room ranting, carrying on, emojis, capital letters, you know, the same usual nonsense, the same energy. But again, we're not asking for that. The reason why I opened the mic is so you can explain that. What is that that's going on? 2. I don't know who in their right mind saw this demonstration and still bought that product. This is why your customers are not opening up, because again, he's probably going to sit there and say, well, I never said it was ambient light project. That's what he has on his website. I never said this, I never said that. But you're giving off that illusion. You're doing demonstrations against ambient light technology. You're opening up your windows. You're constantly pointing the camera to the door. You're showing meters of how much light's in the environment. So you're doing demonstrations on the level of what ambient light projection technology screens do. Now, if you don't do that at all, then all your demonstrations need to be done in dark environments with very little light. You need to stay in your lane. So let's finish this one right here so you can see how bad this is. Gee whiz, that's horrible. Mind you, he doesn't even have that much light hitting the screen. Bristow, look, right here. Look where the windows are at. Look how much light. That's it. He's got, he didn't even open this side yet. He just has this middle piece right here open. That's it. And that's how badly the screen is washed out. Let's go look at the projector. I want to see what kind of projector this guy has. Let me see what he has here. First things first, I don't, keep in mind, not to ignore anybody, but I don't look at the messages that come across. So just so you know, if you're writing books, I'm not reading them, all right? But you should be to see it for yourself. All right, let me see. Not trying to be rude or anything, but I really don't have time to read books. It's right there. The mic is open for his customers if they want to come in and chat and talk. And the mic is open for Jamie to come in and explain that freaking nightmare, what I just saw. I got to go to, we're on Projector Central. I don't know, Projector Central is kind of something. Let me see. Projector Central. There we go. Oh, it's looking at a projector mount for my Chrissy projector. That's what I was looking for. And like I said, it's not the customer's fault. The customer was probably somebody that didn't know much about screen paint product. You can see he doesn't know much about audio and all that stuff like that, but Jamie persuaded him, lied to him, told him whatever, and he bought that product and painted it in, and that's the reaction. But I'm glad that this one, and thank you so much, did a demonstration where he did open the curtains and did expose the screen. I don't think that was his intentions. He probably thought he was getting a good image because I said that's the normal, but that your screen should never look that way. Should never ever look that way. That's horrible. Can't even see the screen. What's he paying for? Now, Jamie, if you come in here, you're ranting and upset and angry. What are you angry about? What are you mad about? Isn't that you're one of your customers? Isn't that your product? So what are you ranting about? What's the problem? You need to calm it down. Calm it down. The reason why we do this is because, Jamie, you and the other one, and if anyone I've ever seen on YouTube, you two are the only people who lie the most when it comes to screen paint. Y'all pad it up so badly. That's why I dig into you guys like that. You need to be exposed. And then at the end of the day, you call yourself coming at me trying to expose me. How you gonna expose me? My stuff is tested. My stuff, I'm licensed, tested, got LLCs, got license under my company. You don't even got legit paperwork on y'all stuff at the end of the day. You don't even own copyright. You got nothing at all, period. At all, period. Not a thing. Just show me one test. Oh, you did. I forgot. Network grade. You matched the paint. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, enough said. You do one test, you get busted in it. You won't see nothing else. No other test, nothing at all, period. Showing that it works. Did you do any ambient light? You claim it's not ambient light rejection, but you do a lot of demonstrations pointing to the door and the window. Why are you pointing to the door and the window if your stuff is not ambient light rejection? Then you're giving out false information. That's what you're doing. My goodness, man. If your product is made to be in the dark only, then that's where you need to be at, in the dark only. Stay in your lane. Let's see what this guy has right here for his specification for his projector. Like I said, not his fault. Nothing. It's not. Oh, it's a 4K. Are you kidding me? That's a 4K projector. Dude, your stuff doesn't work on 4K. Oh, we knew it doesn't work on 4K. We knew from the door, it's going to fail. When we get to P2, that thing is going to fail horribly on the P2. Yeah, because we're going to have in a well-lit environment. There'll be no tiny little screens, Jamie, when we bring your product over here. No tiny, you'll be at 160 inches on a P2. Whoop, we'll have no problem displaying on that with no problem. Should have a screen at 127 inches that sat in a bay of windows. at 20 feet back. Are you kidding me? On a 720p 600 by 800 res projector, and I could pull a solid contrast level at that distance with that much light touching my screen. And it's got, wow, man, you do your customers dirty. You do your customers real dirty. Man. So 4K. Oh, I remember this machine. I think it's around 2,000 lumens. Or 2,000 lumens. No, wrong. 3,500 lumens. This is 3,500 lumens. Yeah, look at the specifications on this machine. He is 3,500 lumens. He is 5,000, almost a 500,000 to 1 contrast on his projector. He had a 500,000 to 1 contrast on his projector. He is 3840 by 2160, which means he's full 4K. Not compressed, he's full 4K, and he's 3,500 lumens. I wonder, this has got to be 18 feet for 250 inches. From where he's sitting at, and from where the screen is sitting at, it's got to be short throw, because there's no way in the world he's kicking that on a long throw. That's virtually impossible. The throw difference calculator. Let me see. So at 200 inches, see where he's at. It'll tell us whether it's projector. And if your projector is short throw, this is how we know, Jamie, when you live our screen size, this is where we go. And if you tell me that, like, okay, so basically he did this demonstration with the Epson 959, I think, WH, and he claimed that he was at 15 feet. At 15 feet, there is no way in the world you would be able to fit inside of a 100-inch screen. It would be virtually impossible, which means you should have overlapped the screen by 120 inches easily. With that being said, because the image was fitting so, not perfectly, but it was fitting inside a 100-inch screen, that clearly shows you had the zoom pushed all the way down. All that stuff can be picked up. People can see all that stuff, especially if you've been in the field as long as I had. You can see through that nonsense. But look at this. So basically, if the customer wanted, I'll show you the measurements right here. He would have to be, I told you, I know my screen sizes. I did a 250 in the backyard. Now, the reason why I was able to do a 250 in the backyard at 18 feet, because the Christie projector I got behind me got a standard short throw lens attached to it, which gives me the ability to pick it up at 18 feet at 250 inches. But if I had a regular lens on it, I'd have to be way farther than that back. So at 19 feet, 1 inches, 200 inches he could achieve. If you're 19 feet from a screen, no one's seeing your head at the end of the day. You're way behind, you're way back there with the projector. That's no one's going to see it. So either that screen, something magic is going on, or that screen's not 200 inches. Something's wrong there. That doesn't add up. Something's wrong. Because in the picture, you can see him sitting down. You can see at the back of his head. There is no way in the world you can see the back of his head at 18 feet. That's virtually impossible. You know how far your couch should be sitting back? Unless he has the couch in the middle of the room. He doesn't have it quietly back that far, and it's sitting there in that one area right there. I won't know until they swing the camera around on that one. That's the only way I can think he could do it. If he's that close, maybe the couch is pulled up and the projector's sitting way back there. So that could be it too. So there's a number of reasons why they can calculate where your screen is actually really sitting at. You don't show it. So let's go back over here. All right, so that projector he has is 4K. It's 4K at 3,500 lumens, right? So how is it possible at 4K it looks that bad? That means at the end of the day, Jamie, your screen paints don't work on 4K projectors. That's because you do all those demonstrations in the dark. You do a lot of fake demonstrations sitting in the dark trying to pad your videos. Gee, that's actually awful. That's awful right there. That's bad. That's his model number. You can look it up for yourself. That's the model number of his projector right here. If you want to look it up for yourself and see the specifications on it, he's operating on a 4K projector at 3,500 lumens. And this screen is washed out. I'm getting pictures of all of this too. I don't think you're going to be able to delete this video, but just in case I want to get a copy of this, because this video is 3 years old, which means unless you know this guy, you're going to have to track him down, call him up and say, look, I need you to remove the video. Don't do that. Trust me, because that's going to show a sign of guilt. Just take it like a man. That's awful, Jamie. So here's the thing, Jamie. The customer who did the demonstration against my product, he lost his claim. He won. And the reason why he lost his claim is because, again, we requested for him to send the product back. And he refused. In that conversation with him, I said, okay, we know the products are tested. That's why they have batch numbers on it. We know they work 100%. We do tests all day long. So that product was working perfectly fine. Now, usually when the tricks they'll try to do is they'll go into the projector, and they'll change your settings. If you pull the contrast down, and it gives it that dim look, that's how it comes up. So that's why, knowing this and having experience in testing our products, we requested for the product to be sent back. His response was he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to spend the money. He just going to count it as a loss. So you just spent $330 for screen paint, and you're going to count it as a loss? That's a red flag that tells us at the end of the day that the product is working perfectly. He doesn't want us to test it live on YouTube. You know how we test products over here. If you're claiming that your product is not working right and we do the test, we know our products, we would test your product live on YouTube. If it's not working correctly, and I don't know how that's possible because we shipped it out with a batch number and the batch number was working perfectly fine, everything came up, you can use that line of court all you want, Jamie. They don't believe in that nonsense. So like I said, if it worked fine in the batch number, then it should be no problem sending it back. Now, if a customer fights us and doesn't want to send it back, then we know there's a problem. We know they're doing something they shouldn't be doing on camera. Why wouldn't you send it back? What would be the point not to send it back? Now, to the fellow who, Ishmael, we know who you are, just so you know, that if your intention is that you gave this paint to this fellow and he does something with it or basically stands our product, I'll see you in court, just so you know. My lawyers are already ready to go. So give me a reason and I'll reach out to you. We're not playing with y'all this year. We're not joking around. This is serious. I'm paying a lot of money for a serious legal team. If you guys want to slander our work and carry on, then we'll come for you. That's all to it. I'll take all your worldly belongings, I'll strip you bare, and I'll throw you to the street. That's what's going to happen. If you buy our products and say you don't like it, that's your personal opinion. Hey, I don't like it, I hate it, blah, blah, blah. That's your personal opinion. A lot of stuff I buy, I don't like it at the end of the day, too. So, man, freedom of speech. But if you're mixing our products with black paint, doing false fake demonstrations, and especially sending to this joker at the end of the day who's known for doing dirty stuff to us, you're going to get slapped with a lawsuit. So, we know for a fact that when we request and we do exchange, no one can sit there and say, well, I don't never see him do it. Oh, we have videos on exchanges. We do them all the time. All the time we do exchange. I went to that whole 8-man fiasco nonsense where I took $35 out of my own pocket to buy a projector, even though we told the customer it wasn't on the list, and it didn't even work, as I told him it wasn't going to work. So we do the exchange. We got no problem with you sending the paint back. That's not a problem. We're just going to test it live on camera. That's what's going to happen. I got no problem with exchange. If you want to send that product back, knock yourself out. Send it back. But so you know that we're going to test it live on camera. Because we stand behind our products 100%. They are tested. They work. Why would I not test it live? Now, if the product is doing something that it shouldn't be doing, then we'll see it. I will see it. You got to be pretty confident about your product if you're going to test it live on camera for everybody to see. That means if the product fails, that's egg on my face, wouldn't it be? All right, then. That means I must have enough confidence in my product to do that test and know that it will work. That means either you were tampering with your projector, you were doing something to try to make the product look like it wasn't, or maybe something's in it. And we'll know something's in it because we'll do a side-by-side to a fresh batch. So what's the problem? All right, then there you go. Where this fellow right here, does he give you that option? Can this person take that paint back right now? If he saw this video and he just bought this paint yesterday, can he take it back? No. What does it say on Crow's options on his website for returns? If the product lands on your property, it's yours. If you open the container, which he did in the demonstration, there is no exchange or no refund. There's nothing. You get nothing. There you go. Oh man, this is just kind of messed up. So yeah, Jamie, we knew the customer at the end of the day was basically he refused to take the paint back. This will be sent over to PayPal, and PayPal says I don't know why he wouldn't take it back. I don't understand. He wouldn't send it. We offered to reimburse him on the shipping. Not a problem. Only $8. So where are you losing at? You spent $330 for paint. You're given the option to send it back. We are paying reimbursing your shipping. So where are you losing out? And we're going to test it live. So that way, if I'm a fake at the end of the day, and anyone's a fake and scammer in the day, is not going to test a product that he just scammed someone in a live stream. Duh. There you go. But a person who basically, keep in mind, say if this customer said, okay, look, how about you have a policy that this paint right here, I send it back to you and you do a demonstration in the same environment and show that the screen doesn't wash out. He can't do that because he knows the screen's going to wash out. He couldn't even do a side-by-side next to house paint if a customer requested it because it will match house paint. So again, that's a scammer getting busted. But if I, like I said, if I'm such a big scammer and I'm stealing all this money, we gave him the opportunity to send the product back. And I had test demonstrations that were able to show off to PayPal because they wanted to know if I'm just talking trash or am I really doing this. And I sent them multiple demonstrations of us basically going in and doing these demonstrations for the customers. Even on my PayPal account, it shows that I paid $35 for an 8-man projector, which has a video to match it. See, I backed myself at the end of the day. So if my customers have a problem, they can send it back to us. We will test it live. That puts me on blast, big time, if it fails. But I'm willing to do that because my product's tested. I can stand behind it. I know how my product works. You can't do that. So this poor customer at the end of the day, he got scammed. He definitely got scammed. That there's no. You're going to tell me that this is supposed to be. How come this doesn't look like on the P4? I'm sorry, P2. I keep saying P4. Like they're going to build me a P4. That'd be crazy. I'm saying this and then pops up with a P4. It'd be weird. Anyway, if that's the case, I'm going to Vegas. I'm joking. But anyway, question: how come it doesn't look like this on the P2? How come your demonstrations don't look like this? Let's finish the rest of this. Gee whiz, Jamie, you can't even see that side of the field is not even there. He doesn't even have the curtains. Did he open these things all the way up? Kudos to the customer. The customer for doing this, fantastic job. And the reason why is because it's such a fantastic job for him to do this because, again, I think a lot of his customers are coached to what to show, what to display, what time of the day. They are coached because a lot of the videos look like his own videos. That is absolutely nightmare. I couldn't even imagine spending that much money. How much was that projector when they first came out? How much money did he spend on that machine when they first came out? Let me see. That's the specifications on the machine right there. We look at it, just put the model on this machine. How much were these things when they came out? What's the price on this thing? They always have the price with these things, right? This thing was discontinued of September of 2021. They were released in 2019. They don't have the price on it. Let's see if we can find somebody who has this projector, what they paid for it. I'm thinking maybe about $3 grand, maybe $3 grand or more for what they paid for it. It's a lot of money to pay on the machine that ain't working. Should be working a lot better than that. It's 4K. All right, right now the online buy for it, if you buy it right now online, of course, because it'd be an older projector, it's $1,800. That's $1,800. I'm pretty sure it was a lot more than that when they came out. Don't copy that. We don't need that. What are you going to put that in there for? We're going to look to determine to have this in there. Just look determine. I need to be a part of this. No, you don't. Let's see. What was this projector? At Walmart, they're around $2 grand. They're around $2 grand. So chances are when this thing came out, it's probably about $3,000 when it came out. If at Walmart, they're about $2 grand, typically. Yeah. So this thing costs a pretty penny. Yeah, definitely. I think you had one of these projectors. I hope this customer didn't buy this projector solely on the fact that you had it and you lied in your demonstrations, because that's awful. I'd have sat there and saw that, Jamie, man, I'd have dragged you into court. I literally would have dragged your butt into court. I spent all that money for a projector and bleed that hype nonsense. I'd have dragged your behind right into court. That is awful. My goodness. Look at that. That's disgusting. He can't even see this side. That's not even there anymore. That's gone. That's obliterated. It's gone. Nice. Look at the receiver. Beautiful receiver system. That's a fat amp right there. That's a nice one right there. Nice one. Nice speakers. Yeah, you got a nice little setup in there. The only sad thing about it is you can't open up his windows because the screen's going to wash out. Oh, man. Look at this. Now he's got this one open and that one open now. Now, to him, probably would think, why would he shoot this? Because he literally thought that he was getting a good image. Because, like I said, the sad thing about people when they buy projectors is they think that all those little bells and whistles that they're getting, they really think they're seeing that on the screen. You're not getting any of that at all, period, if you don't got a proper screen. And if you had a black diamond in there, guess what? That screen would have pulled with no problem. With the windows open, it'd have pulled. Like I said, not a big fan of diamond. I'm not a big fan of them. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Any gunmetal certified screen would have pulled in there with no problem. Our technology, please, are you kidding me? I could do that at 150 inch in a fully lit environment right behind us with no problem. We definitely would have pulled in that environment with no problem. And the projector he's using at 3,500 lumens, are you kidding me? Yeah, that'd have been a cakewalk. That's awful. Oh, man, every time he goes next to the window, he's got both cases at this side and side open up. Wow, man, you take credit for this. Gee whiz, what the heck? This is gone. The crowd is not even there anymore. It is completely gone. And just to put it out there, this is no disrespect to the customer in any way whatsoever. I just feel really sorry for you that you spent money for that amazing projector. Beautiful machine, man. Nice setup in here. And you just got scammed big time. Feel sorry for you. I really do. Crow's a rat. You're a rat, buddy. You're definitely a rat. But don't worry, buddy. We're going to fix you real quick. I'm going to take you to court and clean your clock because you need it. You need somebody to justify you at the end of the day. You're going to get your just deserve. For everybody you scammed at the end of the day, we're going to take care of you quick. Yeah, we're going to sue the daylights out of Jamie. Man, that's awful. That is even worse. I can't even make... What is this? I guess that's a flag. I think that... Where's the rest of the crowd? Jamie, the room is open. Do you mind coming in here and explaining this mess? Because this is awful. This is awful. You can't see anything. Oh, man, it's awful. We're going to get pictures of all of this. We are going to take pictures of all of these. And we're going to basically put this on the blacklist as a customer warning. Beware. Do not go near his products. This is why when I made that statement about saying that y'all want to go down that road, I'll bet you 50 grand. I'll put 50 grand on the table right now. If you guys want to show me at the end of the day that you can pull that screen up in a fully lit environment without a washing or fading, you're going to make Mr. Bird a very rich man at the end of the day. I'll be taking your money left and right. No one's going to put that bet up because at the end of the day, his customers know that the minute they put lights on, the screen washes out. His customers know this nonsense. That's awful. What's sad about this, like I said, he hasn't seen anything better. That's like if you take a customer who's been on a knockoff projector majority of his life. He's never even had a real projector, never had one. And they get a chance to switch over to a real projector. They see things they never saw before. They see beautiful colors, they see contrast and white levels and the brightness. They see all that. It's a whole new world for them. He's not used to seeing a different world. He's used to seeing this mess. And what he's subjected to in the projector industry is either it's this or a white screen. And a white screen is going to be far worse than this. So this is what he feels that it's an improvement because it's better than the white surface that he had up here. And it can, you talking about gunmetal technology? You have any idea how much a gunmetal technology costs at 200 inches? 100 inches of 3,000 to 5 grand. Whew. So that's where you're stuck at. Now, with our technology in the picture, well, you can pull this up in a fully environment. You can use this with ultra short throw. You don't have to calibrate. You have to buy the money for expensive projector. Nobody when it costs $3,000 for a projector to do that. We got 720p demonstrations matching 4K. So that wouldn't be necessary. He'd have 100% contrast level and definitely real ambient light projection technology. And he can have his windows open if he wanted to. And the lights on with no problem. And our technology would be far, far, far cheaper than a $5,000 screen, because at the end of the day, we can come up and say, here's our demonstrations. You can certify screens. We can overpower them. And screen paint products, well, you would never be on our level to begin with. So again, they would buy from us. Now you see how we even the playing field. Now we decide to pull out altogether, then you're subject to this, or you're subjected to the thousands and thousands of dollars of expensive screens. And for anyone to sit there and say, well, someone can come along and do the same thing what we do. Do you have any idea how far we go back? They would have to match majority of 90% of my tests in order to be on our level. It's a lot of work. So keep in mind that people, when we leave out of this altogether, what happens is that anyone trying to develop a screen paint product is going to have to fill our shoes. And no one's going to buy from you. Just putting out different people, what's going to come. No one's going to buy from you because they're going to compare you. They're going to try to compare us to you. Well, have you done this video? I've seen this guy come on YouTube. He did this, and this guy do this on you. Can you do that? Can you do the same thing? Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you. I know, it's just human behavior. And if you don't have the test and the time, which requires 8 years, then you're going to get a few orders here and there, but nothing at that status. Well, that's where we chat. How we change the game. That's how much of an impact we have if we stay here or we leave. Man, I feel sorry for this guy. I really do. I just want to go in his house and just paint his screen for him. Really, literally want to. That is awful. He has no idea. It's supposed to look better than this. He has a beautiful projector. It shouldn't look this bad. That's why I told you when I see the P2 looks awful in Jamie's video. It's absolutely awful. You have no idea how bad that thing looks. We'll show you. I just measured out my floor, so we're doing this bit by bit by bit. We're going to be putting a new flooring because I got to get rid of the carpet. It's driving me crazy. It ain't killing me now, but it's basically I don't like it. And then once we get the flooring put in, then we're going to start buying everything we need, our furniture and stuff like that. And I'll get my P2 and we'll get everything set up. I'm painting my screen to the wall. Literally, my wall is actually perfect. The walls are flat. I can't wait to set that up on the wall because I'm not building a screen that big. I already ordered the frog tape, so I'm going to start mapping out the screens in here. This is bad. Look, you can't even see. Where's the rest of this at? I think that projector, I think it's 3,000. If he got it when it first came out, they're about 3 grand. That projector's about 17 now, about 17. So have you ever said this product works on 4K? No, it does not. Let's play this through. Let me see. This is definitely going in the dark. He has to turn the lights out. I guess he's trying to justify by saying that he can see the image, but no, that's bad. That's why I told you that we see a lot of demonstrations like this, even on the knockoff projectors, we see them. And the problem you have here is that they think that because they can make out the image, they consider it to be passable. Perfect example, Jamie did a demonstration on the walkway of his apartment. That screen was really poorly washed out, but because he felt that he could see an image, something there, it was considered to be passable. Now that's horrible, man. That's absolutely horrible. Now he's going to have to shut his windows because if he doesn't, the screen is going to continue to wash out. Literally, not to disrespect the fellow here in any way whatsoever, but the green on his shirt literally popped up better on the green on the back of your screen. Look at that. The green is better here than it is there. And he just shut the curtains. Now you see how the picture quality improves better? This is why you have to be stuck in the dark. You just call your product vampire paint because that's pretty much where you're going to be at. Only vampires will pretty much buy this stuff. You're going to be in the dark anyway. Now he has a light from here. Now he had to block these curtains right here. That's why I told you about the trick. Remember I told you about the trick that they do? Basically, he doesn't know about the trick. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But right here, you see where basically they block this curtain. Anytime you see a video demonstration, you see a curtain right there. And all this light here is because this light right here will wash the screen out. They put it back here. So when the light travels, it's got to go a farther distance. It's probably going to hit maybe the tail end of the screen. Not enough to cause any disruption. That way they can keep the center looking very nice. But if they move one of those curtains over, whoop, washed out. See right here? Perfect example. Man, I'm pretty sure you're instructing these people to do this at the end of the day. They have to, because there's no way in the world. Now look, even darker environment. Now look at the screen change again. Which proves that Jamie's Screen Paints basically will have you in the dark 24/7. You don't have a choice. And guess what else works in the dark just like this? Network Gray, Slip Silver, all that. Your product is nothing different about your product. You want to come on and like, oh, my product is different. It's quality. Where the freak is this quality, Jamie? Tell me. Is that quality? Is that quality? Is that quality right there? Look at that. Is that quality? That's horrible. That's quality. You're always talking about quality, quality, quality. That's not quality. That's horrible, man. That's absolutely horrible. You got 4K projector, Ultra 4K, Ultra HD 4K projector, and that screen came out looking that bad. I'm glad we got a copy of this. So we got a copy of this just in case if the video goes missing. You know, again, Jamie contacts the guy and says, look, I need you to remove this video, remove all your videos with this on it because, again, you know, this guy's in here trashing my work. Yeah, your work is trash. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody trashing your work. This is trash, Jamie. Trash. That's horrible. That guy has a 4K projector at 3,500 lumens, and he's not even picking up. That's horrible. That is. No, all these are in the dark. Look at this. We gotta turn this living room into a cave. There's no way in the world I would turn my place into a cave to look this dark. And I guarantee you, bar none, your apartment, when the cameras are off, is much brighter than that. You just gotta have the cameras on there because if you turn the lights on, that screen will wash out. Oh, man, that's horrible. I'm gonna put this here. Let me see what else we got on this one too, real quick. We got to get a copy. When I saw that, I thought, whoa, 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 he's washing out that bad? Yeah, you're washing out, man. Look at this. That is absolutely horrible, Jamie. You know better than that. You sold him that paint. You lied to him. You probably told him, yeah, you can use it next to the windows. It'll pick up with no problem. Mine works perfectly fine. You know, I don't have a problem. You probably showed them the windows. You got way in the back. About these windows right here. Like, see how my videos. That's horrible, man. You know better than that. You know better. You know better. There's my customer. Outside. Outside. Not even, he's outside. No windows, no doors. And that customer is sitting up there with a 4K projector. That's a 1080p projector right there. That customer is sitting up there with a 4K projector and the screen is washed out that bad. Meanwhile, while my customer sits outside, do you have any idea what, that's why you can't use those screen paints outside. Do you have any idea how badly that screen paint would wash out outside? Gee whiz. Yeah. We'll test it. Paint your product on a screen, take it right out to the park and inflate it, blow it up. Gee whiz, man, that's awful. That's awful. That's awful. Here, my customers been sitting here in all this light with their screens with no problem. And this is what your customers are subjected to. This nonsense. Screens washing out. That's horrible. So that's considered to be an acceptable screen. That's quality at the end of the day. Oh man, I gotta get pictures of all this. All right, I'm gonna check this out. I gotta get pictures and screenshots of this right here. Let's see if there's any more washouts on these for this customer. I feel sorry for him. It's not his fault at the end of the day. He just bought what he thought was going to be good for his product, and Jamie lied to him. That's what he did. He lied to him. Guy's got a 4K laser, not 4K, 4K projector, and it looks that bad. That's absolutely horrible. For a minute there. Hold on. Oh, gee whiz. Man. Really? So he's got a floodlight on it too. So he's trying to show at the end of the day, he's mimicking your demonstration, Jamie. He's trying to show that he can have a floodlight, he can have the windows open, and that screen, no, that screen washed out was gone. It's definitely gone. Look at this. Look how badly the image is washed out. That's not green at the end of the day. His shirt actually produced a better green than the actual green on the freaking video. That is so washed out. Now, if he goes back and he complains and says, hey, look, the paint washed out. Look at the difference between this right here. Look at the difference between this and the color you have there. Sorry. That's a huge, massive change. Lights off. Lights on. Like I said, not the customer's fault. Clearly Jamie's fault at the end because he sold him a product that was fake. Let me see. And so you can see that it is this customer. Let me see over here. Let me see. Here we go. This is him painting the screen in. That's sad, man. That's just sad. Steal from your customers like that. Here we go. That's him painting the screen right here. Doesn't that say your product right there, Jamie? That's your product right there, isn't it? So now we got to add another video to the blacklist. We got the product matching bare silver screen, which is everyday house paint, which means you cheated him at the end of the day and robbed him. You sold him a product that he clearly, if he was going to screen, was going to wash out. He could have did it with just bare silver screen. It would have saved him a ton of money. Then you turn around, and there's no quality to it because the screen clearly washed out when the windows opened up, so that was even worse. And then he hit it with a spotlight, which washed out even faster when the windows were shut. He went through the time to design that whole theater room, buy his projector, see, wired it all, his speakers, did all that work himself, do all the lights and everything, to have a screen paint in there that clearly washed out on a 4K projector. And you're calling your product's quality. Ugh. Man. I wonder how many more of these. I know the Frankenstein videos went missing. All of them. We can't find any of them. He deleted. I'm going to try to see if we can track those Frankenstein videos down. He deleted all those videos. Just about all of them are gone. But don't worry. We got copies of them. So don't worry. We got you. We make copies of everything. Because you have a bad habit of basically trying to hide evidence. So you can see you painted the screen in. Right there. Now, this is how the screen looks. This is how Jamie has his videos looking. In the dark. But the problem is with the screen paint is you can't use it in a fully lit environment. If you turn your lights on just a little bit, it washes out. Which means a 200-inch screen at a projector that probably cost him about $3,000, he can't even use that thing in a fully lit environment. He's going to be in the dark, no matter what. And mind you, that environment wasn't even fully lit. It's just two little windows, and that's it, and that screen washed out that bad. Oh, man, that's bad. That's a shame. See, you saw this LED lights, nice job with the LED lights and everything. Very nice job. Now see right here, see all that discoloration? That's not that ashy look to it. That's how we know the screen has a washout issue. Apparently, you're going to stick this in the dark. We know they have to put it in the dark. Yeah, I told you. It's got to be in the dark. See how that light pushing on the side of the window? Has to be in the dark because the contrast won't pull. Can you imagine telling people, come on, you got to shut the curtains. You shut the curtains. The screen washes out. Make sure you shut the curtains. We're watching a movie. Can you shut the curtains, please? Yeah, I never hear that, ever. Ever. I don't hear that nonsense. Your screen is washed out. Completely washed out. Those colors should be a lot more vivid than that. This is how they're supposed to look. Like that. Not like this. I've been doing this for too long. See how that looks? Now watch the color change. There you go. Right there. They break these down in slow motion so you can watch it change right in front of you. Color completely washes completely out. So that screen's washed out. It's another thing to look for too. Quick. Time of the day too. The other demonstration was about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, more light pushing through. Wash the screen out. It should never look like this. This is very dull, especially for a 4K projector, extremely dull. .4K projector should be a whole lot more vivid than that. Let me see. In the dark, of course. Got any lights on in here? Nope. So how come it doesn't look like this in the demonstration if you see with the lights on? Because again, you have to be trapped in the dark. It's the only way you can use it. That's horrible, Jamie. We'll get the pictures what we need. That is absolutely horrible. So curious, how come, because you can see it's more earlier in the day, how come that in this image doesn't look the same as the rest of the images that are being displayed? Now, we opened up the room for Jamie to come in and speak, and as you can see, he didn't come in at all, period. You don't possess ambient light rejection technology, as I told you before. You can't even see a proper contrast level. And your customers got robbed. That guy definitely got robbed. That's awful. That's absolutely awful. Oh, it's bad. All right, I'm gonna come back in. I need to get pictures of everything. We're not taking the pictures home. We just want pictures of that screen. We need for customers to see that that is going to be the results of taking your hard-earned time and money. God put the research into that projector. I'm pretty sure he did. He put the research and everything in there at the end of the day to make sure he had a beautiful setup. The only problem is the screen's trash. It's absolutely trash. So I'm gonna get my pictures together and get ready to set up another section for the blacklist. Like I said, buyer beware. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into when you buy these screen paint products. Ask for tests. If they don't have tests at the end of the day, don't buy the product. You need to see tests to see a comparison against other house paints, which is very important. You don't want to end up getting scammed. Where's this product? Now this product was swapped out for the Metallica 2.0, which is another worse. It's the worst of the lesser two evils. The Metallica Mix 2.0 is clearly a free product that the customers can make themselves. Black and white paint, that's pretty much all it is. He has a demonstration showing you how to make it. Of course, again, yeah, the video is missing. We only want to have the copy of it because, again, we make sure we keep this guy on blast. And he needs to be put on blast. He's stealing from people left and right. Look at this. Not that, those are the knockoffs right there, demonstrations we do. This would be coming up, would be Jamie. That right there, house paint. That is the 2.0 that he charges you $95 for. You can make it yourself. This right here, Network Grade 773, matching the house paint perfectly. Down here, made this product using the demonstrations of making the free screen paint. 40 bucks worth of paint. We were able to make the UV mix, the Metallica mix, and we were able to make, what was the other one? The personal mix. Yeah, we made the personal mix multiple times. It's very easy to make. These are screenshots from the video that went missing off his account with his product next to the Network Gray 773. These are actually video shots from the video itself. Look how fantastic the match is. This is what he's charging people, $95 for something that you can clearly do yourself with a gallon. Let's go over here. Let's bounce to the bottom. Oh, this is where we got more charges against Jamie. Mail fraud. Yeah, that's another story on its own. Guy was so scared to send us the product that he went in and falsified the color of the paint in the shopping cart, knowing that he didn't know we recorded it, but we recorded everything. And this is involving mail fraud. This is another demonstration. Here we go. There's the personal mix right there. The fellow who just painted his screen in with the personal mix. This right here is the matchup of the side-by-side versus Bear Silver Screen versus Crow's personal mix. And the guy was so bold, he even walked out of a Home Depot with the product in his hand. If you look at the title of the video says Crow Personal Mix versus Bear Silver Screen. What you are missing. We made sure we made a copy of this. Why? Because it's missing. It is definitely missing. So walks out of Home Depot, takes the screen and paints it down to the surface. There's the product right there. That's what matches the personal mix. Sorry about that. There we go. Paints it in, and then voila, comes in and matches the screen. So that means everybody who bought that product could have went out and just bought the Bear Silver Screen and did the exact same thing. The screen was going to wash out anyway. And if you notice in the demonstration, the entire demonstration is done in the dark. Of course, because again, the screen is going to wash out in a fully lit environment. Whew, man, I'm telling you, could have been a lawyer. So if you don't know, that sheet in the middle, that's Bear Silver Screen. The outside screen, that's this $95 paint. All right, knowing all that. Oh, that's Solid Wake 5. That's another lawsuit coming up soon. That's something else. That's Frankenstein scam right there. Videos missing off his account. Got him removing videos off the account. This is what we're taking to court. This is a civil court lawsuit. This right here, basically, you claim that you had a 39 Extreme Black Widow, right? You claim you had this. This is what he's being taken to court for. We're requesting receipts. I've been requesting receipts from you for a long time for this, but this is different. We'll be in court requesting receipts. I'm taking to court on this. This is when we're suing you for a couple $1 million. Big time slander lawsuit, which means you made a fake receipt or whatever you did in the day, or did a fake demonstration. So we're requesting those receipts. I would suggest you find them as fast as possible, because you're going to have this in court to keep from getting sued, to show that you purchased this product legit from my company. If not, that means you went on YouTube and you slandered my company. And again, that's going to be a very heavy lawsuit. All right, we got fake batch numbers. There's Solid Wake 5. We got video clips from you showing you doing demonstrations against our products, claiming that our products were, actually you bought our products, right? That receipt thing on that was real, but we all know it's not. So we'll be paying a visit to you too also. Man, you guys are too easy. This right here is the paint. If you go to Crow's website, you will notice that the personal mix, well, actually the personal mix is replaced with the 2.0. You'll see at the top. This right here shows you how to make the 2.0, the Metallica mix. Now, Ryan, as I said before, as he says, Goldie but Odie, and the reason why it's a Goldie but Odie, because this is a product that he first made. When Crow made products, when they first came out, they were free. He didn't charge anything for them. So this is why this video exists. If you said this doesn't, you're not your video, Jamie, it's your dinette set. That's the same picture you show in all your demonstrations. It's you. Murphy, it's you, like Robocop. So basically, this shows you how to make the Metallica Mix 2.0 for free. How bold can you be at the end of the day to cheat your customers and sell them a screen paint that you just showed them how to make for free. That's dirty. So that's what we use to make the rest of his paints. All his paints are made this way. Isn't that you right there? That's you. Right on up in it. Look at that. Isn't that you? Ain't that right there? That's your painting in the background. That's definitely you. All right, getting busted on that one. So now we know the bare silver screen basically does the same thing as the personal. There's Jamie right on camera. Ugh, man, this is even worse, man. This is the one he basically, yeah, this is the network gray. Basically matched the daylights out of that paint. I mean, he matched the daylights out of him. Caught him trying to remove videos off his account. Man, just gets worse and worse for this guy. Here we go right here. This is a history, Jamie. This is a history of you stealing from your customers. Look at the title of your video. Where's this video at? Crow Cinematic Mix SW versus the Network Gray 773. Where's the video at? Oh, I forgot. You did a demonstration on the 38, right? 39 and 38 Black Widow. We're going to request 2 sets of receipts. I forgot that because he did. You're requesting for receipts for all the unboxings that you claim when you had our products. That's what we're requesting receipts for. So we're going to be requesting now 30. I've got 38 and 39. Look at that. Now where's this video at? Where did this go? Gee whiz. There you go, showing off his receipts. What do you guys say about that? Now, we left the room open for Jamie to come in and speak. This is you, right? Ain't that you? That's you right there, ain't it? Where's the video at? What happened to it? You got rid of it. You got rid of it because he got caught. That's why. Got on camera, caught himself talking all this trash about how I'm a liar at the end of the day. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you end up matching the paint and then removing the video off your site to try to hide the evidence. Look at this. I bet you at this one moment right here, your heart just went, just disappeared. It had to. Because you literally thought that you had that paint. Because it's lighter than yours. They all match. Whoop. There you go. At that particular time right there, you can literally hear that doo-doo-doo-doo. Because he literally thought because it was lighter, he thought his paint was going to be, nah, that's actually better than yours because it pulls a higher white level. And it still can blend in your product from time to time. Yeah. Yeah, it's awful. Awful, man. All right, I'm gonna get my pictures. We gotta put it up on the blacklist. I gotta come over here real quick because we got something we gotta upload on here. We got the customers side by side on here on this one, and we're gonna put another section on here for the outcome of what customers go through when dealing with Jamie's paints. How that man's screen should have never washed out that bad on a 4K projector. Are you kidding me? Oh, heck no. I can see about a knockoff, yeah, but he had a 4K optimal projector in there, and he still washed it out, which is interesting that we would bring that up because right here, your product is on a 4K laser projector. He's on a laser Optima P2 projector, and his screen matched the screen paint right here on that projector. Customers come up there. Look how, no, see how washed out that is, how it faded? Your screen literally washed out on a 4K projector next to house paint. Same thing the customer went through when his product washed out. Right there. Your products don't work on 4K. Same washout, same ugly gray tint. Here come the laugh emojis. You know he had to come in with the laugh emoji. He had no choice. Jamie, explain this, please. Explain this right here. Why does the customer's screen look like this? What is going on? What's this? What is that? That little bit of light making contact with the screen. Why is this screen so washed out? And again, like I said, not the customer's fault. It's not. It's Jamie's fault because Jamie sold him some trash paint. At the end of the day, we're trying to make him believe that his product worked. Look at his projector. This is his projector right here. His projector is 4K. It's a 4K projector. 3,500 lumens. How is that not working on your product? Look at that. 3,500 lumens. It's a full 4K projector. 3840 by 2160. It's got a 500,000 contrast on it, and it doesn't even pick up. At a 500,000, it can't see it. That's horrible, man. That's absolutely horrible. Hey, man, look. It's your product. You made it. You sold it. This is what the result the customer is getting. So that man got to be in the dark all the time. Those curtains can never be open. They could be in there watching a movie and somebody could use that door and open that. Oh, shut the door, shut the door. You're washing the screen out. You're washing this. Guess what they're going through right now? They gotta wash the screen out. They just better just go and buy themselves an elite screen or something and put it up there. That's messed up. That is real messed up. That's awful. And the sad thing about it is he really thinks this is a really good screen. He really does. Because again, he doesn't know. That is washed out, man. That's awful, man. And from time to time, we get people coming talking about, you guys are in the same, man, don't ever put me in the same category as this trash paint in the day. I got screens at 250 inches outside that can produce at 18 feet back with no problem whatsoever. And you can put me in the same category as this mess? No. Even my screen paint when I made 10 years ago was better than this. Here you are. This is a reality check, Jamie. Here you are now with the paint that we made 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, we was contracted globally with that technology, with that paint. And here you are now making something that we made 10 years ago and that heavy contract. Where your contracts on this product? Nothing. You got nothing. Which means we had a higher track record for this particular paint back then. You are sitting in the past. Or if you don't believe me, just ask Google. That is horrible. There is no way in the world I would accept that nonsense at the end of the day. That's absolutely horrible. And this is what you do. You go after people at the end of the day that don't know much about projection, so you can tell them anything you want. I'm pretty sure he complained about this. I would have. There's no way in the world. I'm pretty sure his family came and looked down like, what the frick is this? Why is this screen so washed out? What kind of project? That's 4K? You have a 4K project? This is, yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's why you have that policy on your site. Oh, it's not ambient light rejection. So if your product is not ambient light rejection, then you need to stop doing demonstrations next to technology that is, and stop pointing at your windows and open door trying to make it look like your environment's well lit. Because that's poor. That's really poor. Absolutely poor. You don't sit there and get mad and complain. What you complaining about? Matching house paint? I don't know which worse. You are the water guy. His name's so fake, you can't even say his name because he doesn't even own the name at that. Gee whiz, you guys are horrible, man. I was curious because somebody said, hey, you ever notice you never see any more demonstrations after they get done doing the demonstration? I was like, I'm going to look this up. And sure enough, popped up. I feel sorry for the guy because he got duped. He got scammed. And you're in there doing videos about quality. Quality. Where's the quality of that nightmare? Now, if you don't work on a 4K projector such like his, what chance does anybody have if you got a projector that's under that? It's going to be far worse. And he has a 500,000 to 1 contrast. He can't even pick it up. Yeah, that's awful, Jamie. But then again, like I said, you're a dirtbag. And I'll tell you why I call you a dirtbag. Dude, you do the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. I've been on this earth for a while. I've seen some pretty people do some really dumb stuff, but you do really dumb stuff. I mean, really dumb stuff. Yesterday, which I found so hilarious, this guy comes in with this purple cube. You know the purple cube went missing off the account. He deleted it real fast, right? So he comes in and he says, I know you got to hear this, is hilarious. We're actually in the forum site laughing over this. They think literally that something's wrong with your brain at the end of the day. But anyway, he says he contacted the person who owns our original copyrights. So that means the United States government would have made a very big mistake. They would have given me a registration for a copyright since 2016, knowing it was somebody else's. Do you have any idea how much I could sue the government for that mistake? A lot of money. A lot of money. I'm pretty sure they did a very thorough job. I'm pretty sure when we registered all that information, our attorneys went there and registered all that information. I'm pretty sure the government went in and did a very detailed search to make sure that nobody else owns it. And because of this, this is why we get that registration number. You see right there showing it's registered. Like if I type your name right into the Copyright Office, nothing comes up. You're not registered. Well, we are. So with that being said, in order for me to file those documents against you for you to appear in court, I have to show that I have a legit and real copyright, not one that's basically been assigned and denied, when it actually shows that it's active and real, which means I am the only one that owns that particular cube and design. It's mine. But you don't have to explain this to me, Jamie. You can explain this to the judge when we go to court. And mind you, that's what he specializes in. Nothing else but copyright infringements, trademark infringements, patents, and like that's what they specialize in. That's why we chose that court. And you can explain to him how the government went in and somebody else owns the rights to that copyright, and we don't have the right to sue you at the end of the day because you can use it anytime you want to because of that. Now you hear how that sounds, people. Do you get your clock clean? They're going to look at you. You know what's going to happen? You mention anything, and I mean anything like that. You mention, oh, he's using a special camera, he's doing that. The lawsuit ain't about that. The lawsuit is about you touching my copyrights. That's what it's about. You can go, oh, he's scamming people. The lawsuit's not about that. The lawsuit is about you touching my copyrights. So the more and more you get agitated and you start adding other things into it, the more they're going to tell you to shut up, because it's considered to be hearsay unless you have actual evidence on this. And the lawsuit's not about that. It's about you touching the copyrights. The number one question they're going to ask you is, did you get permission? That's it. Yes or no. There's nothing else you can say. There's nothing this. They don't want to hear this. They don't hear that. Yes or no. This is not the first time I sued someone for copyright, so I know what's going to happen. Yes or no. And if you say no, lights out. Because there's so much evidence there. That's why I got the file date. And let me show you how a file date works, but I've sued people before. When you submit all that information in, even with lawyers, they have to make sure that there's enough information there to take it to trial. If there's not enough evidence there, it doesn't go to trial at all, period. There's not enough there. Police officers go through it all the time and they arrest criminals. They'll bust somebody, they'll bring them in and say, look, there's not enough here to hold them. There's no point. Gotta let them go. Hopefully we'll catch them on something else. That's what happens when you file against somebody at the end of the day. There has to be enough substantial evidence there to take it to court. Now, if you want to take money out of your own pocket, get your own attorney, do it personally, you can do that in the day. You can take money to court for anything, just for anything you can possibly think of. But still doesn't mean you're going to win. At the end of the day, the judge has to make the decision whether this is worth his time or not to pursue. So if there is enough evidence there and they feel that this is a very, very heavy case and it needs to be addressed, then it will tell you that your case has been filed, which means you're getting ready to set up for a court date. That's how that works. I've sued enough people for doing dumb stuff, and I've been through this before to know how it's going to react. So you contacting telling me at the end of the day that this woman has my copyrights and she's going to sue me. Well, what's her name? Give me all the information. Because if that's the case, that means that the government messed up and they gave me a copyright that belonged to somebody else. And that means I need to get attorneys involved. So don't say things that can get you in trouble, because you know what you just said in that transcript a few minutes ago. I can take that to court and show that you're going and you're spreading false information online about the government. See, keep digging that rabbit hole for yourself. Because they're going to ask you, well, where did you get this information that we did such and so and so? You want to dig another rabbit hole for yourself? I'm sure you went in and deleted it off the account, but do you want me to present that you're online giving out false information that the United States government went in and gave us a fake copyright since 2016 and someone else owns the right to it? You really want to go down that road with that one? All right, keep playing. It's not a game at the end of the day. Jamie has to understand this. It's not a game. He has, within the lawsuit, he has to understand if he had hit the one copyright, say he struck one copyright, say we send him out a cease and desist order, whatever way you want to call it. Say he backs down, he doesn't, he says, okay, I'm going to remove everything off of here, fair warning. Then that means we don't touch him, we don't go near him because he did exactly what we asked him to do. But say he ignores it and say he continues to show more and more pictures over and over and over again, cutting up and carrying on. Then that means they send a letter to him. He doesn't listen. He does what he wants. It clearly shows when we go to court that we did warn him that these actions were going to happen, and he ignored it. And therefore, it makes him liable. That's what that does. Now we're going to talk about, now that you're liable, how much can we get for you for damages? So that means that we have to show how many times you flashed your copyright. You did one better. Not only did you flash your copyrights, but you tampered with them, you defiled them. You actually have messages. We have messages right there we submitted. You claiming it's yours. It belongs to you, and you're talking to the owner. That's even worse. So now you have willfully, which means you knew what you were doing. You were warned from the door. You knew what the consequences were, and you willfully went in and submitted this. Because it's willfully, it doesn't go to $30,000. It goes to $150,000 per offense. Now, the court at the end of the day does not care if you can't pay us a couple $1,000,000. They don't care. We get a judgment on you. That's all that matters. Now, once I get that judgment, I'll go to another section in that building, and I will file something called an execution of judgment, which I'll pay $150 for. This means automatically from the door, a creditor pops up, a debt collector, and his job is to go in and to collect the money that you owe to us. So what he's going to do is he's going to come to your house. He's going to come to your house with a big truck, or maybe a flatbed if you have a car, and he's going to take everything out of your house. Everything. And they're going to take it off to a facility where they're going to basically bring in an appraiser, and they're going to figure out how much your stuff is worth and what they can sell off at auction, and that money is going to go to me. They're going to get some of that, true, yes, but that money's going to go to me, and that's what's going to happen. I've done this before, so that's how I know all this stuff. But all you had to do was just listen to when we sent you the letter out. If you had listened to the letter that I sent to you and you had backed down, we wouldn't be here right now. So he has an understanding. I even had to play the copyright tutorial video to explain it to him. But anyway, let's get back to this. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. You have been scamming your customers for a long time, Jamie. Your time is caught up. It's now for you to basically answer for some of the stuff you've been doing. You've been doing some pretty bad stuff. And there's no excuse for the customer screen to be that bad washed. To be that washed out. It should never look that way. That's absolutely horrible. That is absolutely horrible for customer screen to look like that. There's no way in the world. But we told you, we've been telling you for years you've been stealing and robbing people. I don't see your Crow boys coming up running their mouths anymore. Nope, you don't hear anything from the Crow boys. Nothing at all, not a thing. You know why? Because they got plucked and feathered and tarred. They're not backing you up in the day. Why would they sit there and back somebody up that match house paint at the end of the day? Why would they back you? They make them look stupid at the end of the day. I'm going to back an aid up at the end of the day. I'm going to go like, yeah, this paint's the best. Did we just watch a demonstration of him matching house paint and like deleting the video? Yeah, they really want to stand behind you on that one. Even they look like idiots. As a matter of fact, we had their pre-post where they were in the room bragging about how your products were so amazing. We actually clipped them onto the videos and put them up on a post. So now people can see how the idiots were backing you, but also too how they were getting scammed by you at the same time. That's pretty bad. You even scammed your flock. You scammed them. If you sold them that screen paint, if they had that screen paint on the wall and you knowing what that paint is, you scammed your flock. That's such a shame. All right, Jamie, I got your address. I got to go pop over to City Hall today. It's the first. I got to go file another court order on you for basically, we got to take you to court for, I forgot, we're going to do that small claims court. That's an open and shut case too. Oh, I waste. That's like only 12 grand. We're going to get in there. We get way more than that. We take it to civil court. We get a lot more money out of that. I think I'm going to compile that on with the whatchamacallit. We'll take the, no matter of fact, I'm going to wait. We'll take that, and we got a civil lawsuit coming up against him, basically doing fake demonstrations on the 39 and 38, which we're requesting receipts. He doesn't have them, so it shows he falsified the demonstrations. But also too, the batch number. We're going to put that. We're going to lump that all in one area. That's what we're going to do. Might get them all knocked out because I'm paying for these individual court cost fees. Keep in mind that I'll get reimbursed on it because again, you're going to pay me this money. Oh, by the way, that's John T. That's the guy you claimed that another person that basically had the exact same paint that you had from the same 5-gallon container, but for some reason yours came out dark and unwatchable. This will also be used in court. I just want a 1,000 lumen projector. That's how I know your products are trash. That's a 1,000 lumen projector in a fully lit environment. Look at the meters out. See how your screen paints pull up? These are Jamie's screen paints right here. Personal mix right there. That's the personal. That right there is the Cinemax. And that right there is your Metallica mix right there. Same way your paint reacts there, it's the same way it reacts right over here with the customer. Same thing. Same washout. Your products don't work, man. You're a scammer. All right, let me get my pictures here. I gotta go in here and I gotta basically put up these videos real quick. We added more videos to the blacklist for Jamie because again, this needs to be put on here. I knew your customers were going through some stuff, but gee whiz, man, that's absolutely horrible, man. That these people are stuck in the dark, literally. That's a 4K projector, man. He didn't get anything out of that projector, nothing. Oh, look at the specifications he got on this machine. He get nothing out of that. Look at this. He got a 500,000 to 1 contrast. He can't even pick that up. It won't even see it. You got a 10-bit color wheel? Dang, that doesn't exist anymore. Look at this. He can't even pick up max resolution. That's not pulling off of that. None of this is going to pull. For HD 3D. Well, good luck with that one. That ain't gonna happen ever. How you gonna get 3D if you can't even see what's going on? Oh man, that screen is trash, man. 3,500 lumens, and this screen look like this on 4K. Oh man, Jamie, we gotta put you on blast again. 4K projector fail. That is horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. All right, we got to come in. We need another demonstration for the site. I'm going to do one more, and that's it. I got to get to work. I really got to get to work. That's bad. It's a 4K projector, man. That's a 4K projector looking that bad. Gee whiz, man. Oh, my goodness. Whew, that customer should sue you for fraud. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Look at the quality. You know, quality, that's trash. What's that? There you go. You want to know how to make the 2.0? There's the ingredients, how to make the 2.0 right there. That's this video. Look, it was out sitting around. It had 200 and something 6 likes on it. Yeah, 27. People didn't support it. 2016. So in 2016, Jamie made this video right here in 2016, showing you how to make the Metallica mix. That's not the Metallica mix here, 2.0, right there in 2016. So he's been stealing from y'all that long, and he got a nerve to have this paint on his website. It's nothing but house paint. So you're gonna slam me? You're gonna sue me? How you gonna sue me for what? I slandered your name. How I slandered your name? Is that not you? Is that not your demonstration? Go ahead. File a lawsuit. I'll hit you with fraud charges, man. On top of that, I'll get a customer petition started. For anyone who signs that is going to get paid out of you. That you scammed all these people at the end of the day. Go ahead. The videos are right there. You got that right on your website for sale right now for $95, and the customer can make it for free. That means anybody who bought that paint just got scammed. Network grade 773. That is you definitely on the video, is it not? Yes, it is. Showing receipts and everything, matching the product, still selling it on your website. Anybody who bought that paint, you just scammed them. Evidence is right there. Look at this, making house paint. Look at this, people. Now, you know, you're sitting back angry, upset. Yeah, but again, like I said, I'm not one of those people, man. If I got evidence on somebody, I don't make things up. I don't go make emojis and all that stuff and fake accusations. If I got evidence on you, I got evidence on you. That's it. Because that means soon after that, I'm taking you to court. Doing a bunch of fake demonstrations. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look, that's the results of it. That is literally the result of black and white paint that you made in your video, your tutorial video. And you're selling this to people at the end of the day. See right there? That's his personal mix. That's the personal. When we just saw the guy painting the screen in, yeah, that's the personal mix. You can actually make the personal mix. If you make the Metallica mix, you can make the personal mix. Did you know that? So I don't know what's more disturbing, Jamie. The fact that you sold this man a crappy screen paint that looks like garbage when you turn the lights on. It doesn't work on his 4K projector. He's got to be stuck in the dark with that product. Or the fact that the Metallica Mix 2.0 is the exact same ingredients that you use to make the personal mix, which we did in the demonstration doing your tutorial, which is missing for some reason. And it matched perfectly. All right, we got to do one last one. This has got to be the finale because I got work to do today. I got business to take. I got orders going for customers. Next demonstration we're going to talk about. Jamie, mic is going to be open. You're welcome to come in and rant. How in the world do you have a customer who has an image that looks that bad, number one, on 4K? It looks absolutely horrible. But the fact that the personal mix is matching the bare silver screen demonstration you also did. And even worse, this is the demonstration for the 2.0 Metallica mix, which also matches the personal mix perfectly. So technically, when you think about it, we made 3 of your screen paints with that same ingredients. You can make all 3 of them with just black and white paint. Look at that. Look at that. Looks Crow. Look at that. Does that look familiar? Can't even see the screen anymore. Now, let me ask you a question, Jamie. I know you're ranting. I know you're upset. I know you're home, probably yelling out the window. I don't know what you're doing. But anyway, is that not your kitchen? Is that not you in the video? So if that is you in the video, and that is you, and that's your kitchen at the end of the day, then that's you making the product. So you wouldn't mind making that product on camera today and stick it on your screen paints, would you? Because that's what you've been trying to get you to do for the longest time. It's called a black and white paint challenge. We're trying to get Jamie to make the paint live on camera and put it against his paints, which he refuses to do. Because then you would have the ingredients on how to make his products. But you already have it because it's right there. Interesting. All right, let's come in. Let's give Jamie a chance to explain himself. Whew, I can't believe that 4K. It was a 4K projector. Gee whiz, that was awful looking. Awful looking. Oh, that was so bad. Ugh. All right, come back in and let's get this done. I got things to do today. All right, gotta go in. God bless. Jamie, you're invited. I know you keep saying that you're blocked. You're not blocked. You have like 16 accounts. Just pick one. Come on in. Let's talk.